Alec, what's the mood going into tomorrow's game against Celtic?
I think this is a game that the boys have been looking forward to for so long. You know, we've not been able to get a date for the game. Now, when we actually got the date, it's the one that they all want to play in, and we're all looking forward to it. We're prepared well for it, so we're looking forward to it. We should have a strong side out. Everybody's fit, which is good and healthy for the squad, and we're looking forward to the game. Season so far for the 20s started really well, and you know, we're winning probably most of the games. Ended up top of the league, which was great for the club, great for St Johnstone, great for the 20s. When you're playing under 20 teams, it can be a mixture of first team players and under 20, so you've never got the same players to work with every week. So it's really difficult to get, you know, consistency in the team. So we've had to change it. Probably most weeks we've never had, I don't think, the same team, you know, game after game. Hence the kind of reason we've won 7 in a row, we've lost 6 or 7 in a row. So there's that consistency that you never really get in under 20s, and that's just something you have to manage as you go through the season.
And about 5 weeks ago, St Johnstone played against Celtic, and it was a close game. Celtic won it, but they had a strong side.
Yes, very close game. Celtic had, I think, 3 or 4 overagers playing, and it was a great test for our boys. Playing against the likes of Chifty, and there was a few others playing, so it was a great test for us. And we didn't play well first half. We were poor first half. Celtic were really good first half, but we dominated second half, so that will give the boys encouragement as well, because we actually could have got a draw out the game in the end. I know Celtic won it narrowly 1-0, but it could have been so different if we would have got the goal second half that I thought were play deserved.
A few players will be playing tomorrow on loan just now, or have come back from their loans. So how do you keep track of their progress? Yes,
well, I'm not saying it's been difficult to manage, but we try and be fair to the clubs that they're actually out on loan to, that we don't play them too much in the 20s, because we realise that, you know, the games are important for 20s, but the games that for the loan teams are more important, because that's where they're going to get more of their development. We think anyway. That's hence the reason we put them out on loan. So it's just been a case of managing that during the season. I think we've done it pretty well. We've liaised with the managers at the loan clubs really well, and you know, they know this week that it's a big game for the boys, and they all want to play in it. So it's hard for me to go and tell one of the boys that's actually out on loan we can't play in that game, because they want to play. So they want to play, and they will play.
And given the success that the players have had going out on loan, is there plans to send more out in the second half of the season?
Yes, that's always been my plans, Ross. To get the development squad, under 17 development squad, more of them into our squad, and to put the kind of older ones and the ones that we think is ready to go out on loan. It's been really successful this season. I think there's a few clubs, SPL clubs, quite envious of us that we've got so many out on loan. So it's something that, you know, it's worked really well for us this season, and it's going to carry on for the rest of the season. We've just got Aaron Comrie out, and we're looking at Neil Martinook, Owen McCall. I've got to make sure we don't leave, you know, the first team short. That's our main priority, is obviously getting our young players in the first team squad. So we can't leave the gaffer and Callum short. We've got to make sure that if there's injuries, that we've got 20s that can go up and be in the first team, whether it's on the subs bench or round about the first team squad, but also make sure we get enough of them out on loan as well. So it's getting that balance. Yes, they're a good group to work with. They're really good. You know, many years I've done under 20s, under 19s, before 20s. So, you know, they're a good group to work with. They're a good team. You know, the most frustrating thing is you never get your strongest team every week, and I think most managers would say that in under 20 league. If we had to, you know, just keep the under 20 league predominantly for, you know, under 20 players, they don't go out on loan. And you've got the same team to work with every week, you would probably get that level. The level consistency would be better in all teams. We don't have that, so again, it's just something we manage. But they're a good squad to work with.
You got Chris Kane and Xander Clark always involved in the squad. Obviously, Craig Thompson now breaking in. Is there any more players you think they're going to make that step up before the end of the season?
Yeah, well, I think there is. Yeah, there can be. It's been more difficult this season with putting the ones out on loan. You know, you like Conor McLaren and Liam Gordon just came back. So hopefully now Liam Gordon, who's been training mostly with the first team, and has been part of it, and will be part of it for the last, you know, bit of the season with the first team, that he can kind of progress and put a little pressure on Ando and Dave Mackay and Joe Shaughnessy, Tim Scobie, all the centre backs that we've got. Now that, you know, Brad Mackay's left to go out on loan at Dunfermline, there may be an opportunity for Liam. So it's up to Liam now to go in and show that, which he has done, show the manager and Carl and myself that he can handle it in with the first team training. And if the opportunity arises, you know, Liam's certainly one that falls into that category of pushing for a first team place.
How big would it be for St Johnstone to make it to the quarterfinals of the Scottish Cup?
Yes, it'd be great for the under-20s to make it to the quarterfinals. You know, it's a big game. We did really well last season. We beat Celtic. We're disappointed to get put out with St Mirren, so that was a real disappointment for us. And we knocked out with Rangers as well, and I think it was the quarters or the semi. I think it was the quarters. We get knocked out in penalties. So we've been up there and thereabouts. It's a big game for us, but it's one we're confident. Celtic will be confident as well. I think it'll be a real good game for people to come along and watch. Two really good teams will go at it. We'll go out for the win. Celtic will be the same, and you know the best team will win in the day.
Just on going up to Forfar, would you encourage fans that can make it tomorrow to go along and support the team?
Oh yes, go along. There've been plenty of fans have kept under 20 games. You know, especially the start of the season when I think they really enjoyed some of the football that the boys played. And it's going to be no different tomorrow. So I would say, you know, anybody they'll be disappointed the game's not on the pitch, but you know, we for circumstance we had to take it away from the pitch because there was so many games on the pitch, and we do that during mid-season anyway. We take the 20s games to Airdrie to Forfar, and listen, these pitches have been great as well. So yes, I would encourage the fans, if they can make it, it's 3 o'clock kick-off, to go up and watch a game because it will be a cracker.